Okay, so let's start. I think when people start joining us, they will join at some points. I just want to share with you our presentation and to tell you more about the Sofaer Global MBA, and feel free to interrupt me at any point that you want to and ask questions. And here today with me, Wei Jin, who's helping me. Wei Jin came from China. Maybe you will introduce yourself, just a couple of words.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm so happy to see you guys, and I hope we can somehow get together in Tel Aviv someday. And so I'm from Beijing, China. I studied in the United States for 8 years. I was majoring in architecture and construction management. And then last year I went back to China for working for a year, and I came here last September for pursuing my MBA program. And I would like to say that I think Israel is the most exciting country I have ever been to. Because I traveled a lot of the country, the Europe, Africa, the States. I still think Israel is the most exciting place you can ever be in this universe. So yeah, welcome to you guys.
Okay, thank you. So let's just start, and I will share my screen, and we'll go tell you more about the program. So maybe I'll just do like this. So yeah, this is us. Jackie is the head of the program, Jackie Gorin. Some of you had a chance already to meet with her, and most of you will see her a little bit later today. Yeah, that's me. I'm helping with the admissions and recruiting students from all over the world to join our program. And as we mentioned, Beijing, hopefully the graduate of 2022. This is us. We're still, I think, in the process of confirming and defining the concept, but we see ourselves as the sandbox. It's meaning that it's a place, environment, where our students are, and they can feel totally secure and safe with coming with different kind of ideas they want to implement. We will help with ideation, we will help with implementation, and definitely in this kind of a sandbox, you can meet with your classmates and join in teams and make some fantastic things together, and always be sure that you can count on us. And we'll be happy to provide you with the tools, with the frameworks to learn skills that you need to learn. And just from you, we require really motivation, hard work, and being super creative, but we also help with this. Some facts about Tel Aviv University. I'm sure you know some of it, but just to let you know that it's the biggest university in Israel. I think the huge advantage of this university that it's all on one big campus. So all the 9 faculties, like starting from the medical school up to the film school that actually you can see from the window of the office. And hopefully soon, when everybody is back, we will enjoy again some interesting movies and famous directors coming over. Like, you know, that Quentin lives somewhere not far from here and actually might come over. Anyway, yeah, so just for you to know that 9 faculties, 125 schools and departments, more than 400 labs. And the fact that we're proud the most of is that we have 2,000 or even more international students. And so just for you to know, it's like also bachelor degree students, it's master degree students. We have another 17 master degree programs here on campus. And of course, all the PhD students that are coming to Tel Aviv University, because it's like one of the biggest research centers in the world. And you might think that, oh, I'm just like coming for MBA, but actually you can, starting from the 2nd semester, there is a number of courses from other master degrees in English that can be taken by you. And also just to be in the environment where all contemporary stuff is happening, where people are coming with, just a second, I'll check if somebody, oh, okay, John, no problem, thanks for letting us know. So just for you to know that they coming up with the medicine from cancer, from Alzheimer, and of course, like we had during all this time, the COVID testing lab, and they also trying to find the medicine that can help us in the future and actually helping us now. And all this is accessible for you. As a student, you can register to any conference that is happening on campus, like studying again from if you're interested in some medicine. It seems like health tech becoming like a whole issue here, but also cybersecurity international conference, which is happening here every year. And like more than 5,000 people coming here, and you can talk to them, you can meet them, and you can visit the lectures. Artificial intelligence conference is also taking place here. So many interesting stuff. So you will not just be locked in our building, in our one classroom and with just a limited number of people. You're actually free to go anywhere you want and explore the campus. And it's beautiful and many nice birds, actually. I don't know if you can hear now, but maybe now they're hiding from rain, but usually it's like very loud outside. Okay, let's go on. So some numbers. I know that people really like to see the numbers. So just for you to know, general information that Tel Aviv University is #1 choice among Israeli students. So definitely the top 100 innovation universities. Just recently, I think it's a very relevant fact for all of us, all of you, that we were ranked #5 for entrepreneurship. And also, which is important, that every year, I think for the last at least 3 years that I'm following at least, we are #8 in graded established unicorn companies. So for everyone who is looking into this, definitely we're the place to be at. And another fact that probably some of you can share the proudness with me is that 55% women on campus. And I think it's amazing that actually the head of our program is a woman, and actually all the previous heads were women. So I think it tells something that in Israel, it's a really good place for women to be in charge of, and actually to be the same creative and to have the same opportunities in all possible ways. So that's us. Yeah, and this is our personal credentials as a school. Definitely what is very important, I think, for everyone is that we are internationally accredited by AACSB. This is like an international accreditation, which means that in almost any country that you go, they will acknowledge our diploma, our degree. And it also means, which is good for you and sometimes problematic for our staff, that we got the committee coming from this accreditation place and checking our professors, our courses, talking to our students. So actually we got this commission coming time to time. And as I've already mentioned, we are a winner of the 5 pounds, which seems to be important in this world of business. And Pitch Book, as I mentioned, it's also for the sales and founders of unicorn companies and VC funds. If you have any questions, guys, just interrupt and ask, and I will be happy to answer if I have the answers. So basically what I've already said, that I think it's almost a cliche now that the world is constantly changing, but I think Israel is actually the place who is not just like observing the world changing, but actually like in the frontiers of these changes. And I think for us, it's never been a time where everything was stable and calm and we had time to relax. So actually we are driving this change, ready for surprises, definitely. And I think the people here are really willing to share this kind of mentality and how you can actually manage the change. And I think what is also important that we don't prepare the entrepreneurs for the future, because I think it's like the future is here now. So that's why we really want to nurture business leaders of the present. So actually, you guys can build the better future for you, for all of us, and know what to do right now, but not to wait till you graduate or till you found a company or till you find like a good position somewhere. But start action actually now. How we do it? I think most of you already familiar with our syllabus, and definitely I think you saw our courses, and what we're trying to implement here is like very, very hands-on learning, and that it's less of a theory, it's more of a practice. Definitely we have, I think we can confirm some boring subjects, but again, this is due to our accreditation, that all MBAs who has this accreditation need to have those. Okay, I didn't say boring. I said like very useful and fundamental subjects that really you need the space. But what we are good at what we're actually unique at is our hands-on courses. And we really teach you to be brave. To be brave in coming up with the ideas and to actually share your ideas. Sometimes it can be the most difficult thing because you think that it's impossible. Here, there's nothing impossible. That's you just like need to be creative and motivated, and we will support you. And even if you fail, it's okay. It's okay, we're in the sandbox. Like remember that you are allowed to make mistakes, you're allowed to experiment. And actually, as the researchers show that people like the heads of VCs, they are ready to invest more into people who already failed than to the brand new entrepreneurs who never tried, because like you need to fail at least a couple of times to get this experience, and just be confident in your idea and have the needed set of skills and just continue with your idea. So we will definitely be stimulating. We definitely will get you, I don't like this expression comfort zone because we haven't been there for such a long time, but still we will push you out, but we will be there with you, so you will not be there by yourself. These are some of our values. And maybe I will take a pause here and ask Wei to choose, because you've been here for the whole semester for 2.5 models already. So what do you think relates more to you, and what would you like to share?
Okay, so first, I think it's very interesting to say organize the balagan. As some of you maybe are already in Israel and you probably know this word balagan. I never know that before I came here, and I learned it here. It's a very interesting word. I don't think it's necessary to be bad sometimes, because it's, well, in this chaotic world, we are facing a lot of difficulties, a lot of conflicts, and I think I'm very appreciative the school that can organize this balagan, still like gather our cohort to be together and bring a lot of opportunities to us. We have they constantly bring like guest lectures into our group, and they constantly organize trips with us. So they are trying very hard to keep the pace going. So I'm very grateful for that. And I think their efforts help us to like really appreciate to the great extent for this 1 year. And I think, oh, another word.
Yeah, one more.
And the 0.9. Can you remind me how to say that? Chutzpah?
Chutzpah.
Yeah, chutzpah. Yeah, I'm still learning.
Good.
So yeah, so chutzpah is the word that maybe in some world is like neutral or negative, but in Israel they actually like appreciate this words because it means that sometimes you can be rude, but you are daring to do something more, and you can go out of your comfort zone. I think that's one thing very important for me. I consider myself a pretty open people. I actually like to go adventure with something, but compared to Israelis, no, I'm still I'm still naive and young. But when I came here, and a lot of the faculty, they really like push you to go beyond yourself. And that's how I learned here. And I actually am doing that to pushing myself outside of my boundary. And I want to share you guys with a little experience of mine. So like last week, we have a guest lecture, and the guest lecture series actually is formed by our students here. So it's very amazing. And we have a guest from a fintech startup. So I tried to ask him questions during the guest lecture. So I actually like, because I am from architecture background, I really don't know like fintech, but I still like push myself to ask questions. And then after the lecture, I add him into LinkedIn, and he actually offered me for an interview for the full-time job. So I think that's amazing. And another point I want to say, like creativity, problem solving and creativity. So I think I think more relate to myself as a Chinese, we are very afraid of being failed. So like our parents will say like, no, you cannot fail. Fail is a big deal. But actually, when you came here, you see a lot of people trying to do startups, and you will hear from other like pioneers say that fail is not a big deal. Everybody start a startup, they probably fail 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, but eventually they succeed. So never afraid of fail, and be creative. Just solve the problem you see, and eventually you're gonna see the succeed.
Great, thank you. So you took most of my favorite words, but that's good. I mean, like, I'm really happy that the students here are getting to be like this kind of close to local, that you speak Hebrew and you use actually like those kind of expressions. And maybe like being part of the stuff, I would just like actually focus on number 6, like hardworking. Despite of all this like startup, entrepreneurship, exciting guest speaker stuff, like you really need to be hardworking. And now our students are in the middle of their finals, like after their second module, and I can see that they're super busy and very like running all over the campus and sitting in the library, always taking the phone or with the laptop. But we really believe that you need to work hard. And there is like this 10,000 hours rule. Like if you really want to be an expert in something, you need to devote like at least 10,000 hours. It doesn't mean that we will sit and make you sit like those like 10,000 hours, but it's just like a general recommendation. And just for you to keep in mind, it's a very intensive program. And there are so many things to do here, to see, to try, but you need to prepare to work hard. And that's, I think, like the key to success. Like, but you're enjoying this. That's why it's not that difficult. It's not that scary. And maybe just I want to share a short video, because like chutzpah, it took me a while to explain and actually to understand myself. So maybe I can just like show you. It's like a really short one, but it will help you to see. Let's see how, yeah, coming. There's some Hebrew for you to hear, impossible to skip, but
it's not showing, Lena.
For me, it's not as well. It's not showing as well.
Hi, Lena, we cannot see the movie.
Oh,
I think that either you should stop sharing and then go to the YouTube.
okay,
and reshare
Hi,
it.
Jackie.
Currently, hi. Sorry for jumping in. Just
Yeah. Good. Hi, Jackie. Actually, hi. Jackie's here. Jackie, do you want to say something? That's the head of our program.
hi. Thank you for coming. I'm just enjoying the presentation, and thank you for joining us as well. And yes, at the end, if you have some questions, I'm here for you.
Okay, so let's continue where we stopped. Yeah, just a second. That's strange that it didn't work yesterday, but I will send you the link so you can see what is chutzpah.
Right, I saw the video yesterday. It's a very good video.
Yeah, okay, just a second. And yeah, I'll send it to you at the end of when we'll be answering your questions. So yeah, we discussed this. And yes, some of them universal values, some of them, probably specific for us. Let's go next. So how do we build the program? And definitely everything starts with the community. As I spoke earlier, Tel Aviv University is huge and it consists of students, professors. Our alumni work has more than 500 graduates. And I think this year they're becoming super active and even organizing events. And as soon as you grade, you will be also welcome to join their LinkedIn group where they offer some even job placement in their companies because they know what to expect from our graduates. So you would immediately have access at least to this work placement database. And as you might know, we have alumni all over the world. So definitely there is a place for everyone. What also is very important on our campus is a Tau venture. It's the VC fund that is located 2 minutes walk from campus, and they kind of headhunting our students and looking for the interesting ideas and startups before somebody else know about them. And at the moment they have 18 companies, 18 startups in their profile. And the main condition that at least one member of each startup is the Tau student or alumna. So you have access to this and you're very welcome either to be a part of their portfolio or actually to have an internship there as being an intern in the VC fund. So that's all here on campus. Basically, I think entrepreneurship is self-explanatory. I think it's really important for us to be up to date. Yes, you heard all the time that we're a startup nation, that we have high technologies. And that's what we're trying to present in our schedule. And I think also we can confirm that the moment we find out something interesting is happening around, we're trying to add it into our schedule. And blockchain, and definitely we'll have more with cyber things next year. And actually, sometimes we can't even tell our students what they can expect on the 5th module because it's the whole year and many things can happen within the year. And we really want to be up to date and provide the newest information and to teach you the most recent frameworks and some studies, some researches, and actually that you are coming out from here with the relevant knowledge. That's very important. Also, what we have here, definitely you can participate in our competition. You come up with the idea and you compete with the whole business school. So it's a very exciting thing. I think they're just starting now. So actually you will start February, March. It means that by this time you already know who you want to work with. You already have some knowledge. You already have a huge network here. So you can come up with some good idea and actually win some money. And what is more important, I think impact should be all over of our slides, that you really can make a difference here and you can actually you can actually support the planet or support the good ideas and some social activities, and we provide you with the finance and the opportunity to do this. Problem-solving experience, that's a management consulting practicum. I don't know, like maybe Jackie wants to interrupt me and say something more specific because you're teaching this course, and some maybe examples from the companies that you worked with before.
Hi, about the consulting practicum.
Yes.
So I think a consulting practicum is taught in the second half of the year, and it's actually a great opportunity to implement many of the things that you studied during the first half, with an emphasis of teamwork, global teamwork. We work with different schools and with the Israeli students as well. Working with real clients. We work with startups and companies within the Israeli ecosystem. This year, we're going to have 3 food tech companies, 2 healthcare companies, 1 SaaS company, 1 company in the area, social tech and femtech companies. So they're really cutting edge technology companies that seek our help of developing their entry strategy to global markets. So I think that, and the students are leading this course, they are working with the clients, and many times as a result of that, they're getting hired to the companies as well. It's different than fellowship, because when you do fellowship, you work for a company, and actually the company decide what you do. And when you do management consultants, so you have the objective point of view, you do research, and actually based on what you've learned and all the analysis that you did, you're able to stand in front of a CEO and recommend to the company what to do. So I think it's completely different proposition, and it's good for people that want to do a management consultant as a career, but not only. Every one of us at a certain point of our career are becoming management consultants to our bosses, to our fellow employees, etc., etc.
And sometimes to ourselves.
And sometimes to ourselves. So I'm very enthusiastic about this course.
Yes, thank you, thank you. And you also teach it together with Schulich Business School in Toronto, right? So there is this opportunity to interact.
Right.
Yeah, so that's also another, maybe another 50, 60 LinkedIn contacts in your profile, and probably some maybe partners for your future businesses. And I think Wei, she rose her hand. Wei, do you want to add something?
Right. I just want to say, I think Jackie's class is probably one of the most excited class you should take, because she just released the company list, and I'm very thrilled to see that one of the company I really want to work for is actually in the list. So I'm gonna reserve that sugar company, Jackie. So I actually have been in contact with them like before the class, maybe like 1 month before the class. So I really want to work with them. I found them on LinkedIn. So another suggestion is really look into LinkedIn, like look into which company you are interested, and if you really want to work with them, suggest them to the faculty, and they are very supportive. And it's a very, very good opportunity to really contact with, like deeply communicate with the company, and probably you can find your future job there.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for the comment. Yeah, that's very, very important. And probably like the final thing I want to mention, what is also very important in our program is the global experience. Definitely you can find it like within the classroom. Like this year we have more than 20 countries, but also what we want to say by this is that we have an opportunity for the exchange program. It means that we have about 100 of partner schools all over the world. And you can go for your 3rd semester, which means like if you start with us in October, you should be done by August anyway. And then starting from September, you can go to one of our partner schools. And this is what we're going to take care of. The moment you're here, you will get in touch and you will be introduced to our leader in the exchange program, and she will tell you what needs to be done. And she would also recommend you based on your CV, on your ideas about your career, and tell you what countries like maybe better in the specific areas. And you can apply, I think, up to 8 schools, which is like really too much. So, but definitely like 3-5 schools can be in this portfolio. And fellowship. Also, I think Joe asked me the question about the placement. Yes, so fellowship is a very important component of our program. As we say, like hands-on, thousands of times. And actually here you are going out and you're going to the real jobs, you're going to the real companies, and you start working. It's minimum 120 hours in order to complete those credits. And you have the time within the module 4 and 5. And now our students are about to start this. And as they mentioned, like you have an interview tomorrow, right? Or today?
Today.
Today. Okay, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck, let us know. And as you see, it's like work in both directions. Definitely we have our career management center that will work with you throughout the first part of the program. We'll hold individual sessions, invite guest speakers, and just last week we had a Zoom call with about 10 companies, right, that introduced themselves, like told us what they're doing, and they were, I don't know, like from fintech, from food tech, from health tech, like all kind of techs, like people obsessed with this tech part. And definitely that's what we're good at. And they were saying what kind of interns they are looking for. And our students started applying. But at the same time, like as Wei said, like she just liked somebody out of the guest speakers from totally different course and reached out. And here in Israel, it works like this. If you want something, you have this chutzpah and you reached out and you go for it.
Right.
I want to interrupt Elena and say that one of the guest speakers, I think a week ago, I attended it, even though I'm just, in the process of enrolling. If it was about tip ranks, it was very enlightening to learn about the venture capital firms in the eyes of the graduate from this program. So it was very good to know how the experience of failure and how he got up on his own and how he succeeded to be one of the top tip ranks, one of the top VC firms in the industry. So it was very good to hear one of the graduates speak about his experience.
Thank you, Shara. Thank you. I will let him also know that he inspired many, many people. Yeah, thank you.
We will have more guests coming in, so feel free to join.
Yes, I'm trying to share with everyone. So yeah, thank you. So what do we have left? Yeah, basically this is like just a summary of what I've been telling you all this time, that we're trying to have like 50 students maximum per cohort, because it's very important for us to provide you with the necessary network on the one hand in this kind of like global community, but at the same time, this number helps us to hear you, to know you, and to update everything on time, and actually to be pretty flexible. I think even for Israelis, we're even extra flexible here. So that's our cohort. Basically, all the numbers are here. Maybe also about the accelerators and the hackathons. We just participated in one of them.
Right.
Plus, yeah.
So I'm participating in a hackathon, like mainly focused on water usage, and we have different topics. And I chose the topic in Africa. You can check Accreditation Africa. Is a very meaningful issue because they actually help African people to get access into clean water. So it's a very impactful project. During the process, we can actually meet with Hong Kong University. It's like a joint course with Hong Kong University. So you can meet other people from other university, and we are constantly bringing like guests in So you can actually contact with like the high rank people, you know, in Israel or in this area. It's very, very exciting class. And other accelerators, I think like new venture creation is an accelerator, right?
Yeah, we can call it like this. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the course you definitely should join also, because if you have like business idea or you have a group of cohort you want to work with, that's the class that you can like actually bring your business idea into maturity. And also we have in that class, we have Nir as one of the lecturers. He is very, very helpful. Definitely you guys need to contact with him. He is like the smartest guy I have ever met. Yeah, so that's it.
That's so
Yeah.
nice to hear. Yeah, thanks for this comment. Okay, yeah, this is just regarding the fellowship, Joy, again, answering your question. That's some statistics from the previous cohorts, like where they went for their fellowships. So I hope it helps. Professional ambassadors. That's what we mean. Like we have some students who will help us to promote the program, like answering Joe's question about the ambassadors, and actually represent us, and we help them to get maybe into some places where they can tell more about the program, about the things that they achieved, and especially like we like to organize some alumni meetings and yeah, stuff like this. So we just like give them this title of ambassador, and like at the moment Ray is our ambassador, who's like doing a fantastic job despite of the finals, new year, and job interview. It's like this, like you have like the, how you call it, like in poker, the full house. Yeah, that's but that's how we live here. Yeah,
I need to organize my ball again.
exactly. Perfect example. So back to, yeah, these are just like some of our alumni. Unfortunately, Konstantin wasn't able to join today. It's an example of how people who actually already achieved something in their life are coming here to look for the either partners or for the ideas. And like Frank from Germany, like he said that for him, like he knew that Israel is one of the world hubs for the agri-tech. And in order to have business with the Israelis, you really need to be here, at least for a while. And he's the head of the VC, so actually he could have just like sent somebody and just like not to get involved, but he came here for the whole year. He was here, participated in all the classes, all the meetups, and I think enjoyed it like 200%. And he actually hired, I think by now, 2 of his classmates to participate in this project. And I think it's amazing. And as for Konstantin, just yesterday, I received kind of an official invitation that he will be happy to host maybe a group of 15 students from our cohorts to show what he's working at. And he and his partner from the program, they came up, he came up with the idea of the iBrain tech. At first, it was a thing that was supposed to work for people who had a stroke and who were not able to move. So this is some kind of a helmet. I hope to see it soon. So that people train their brain and train actually their muscles through their brain, and they coming back to life. And now their technology was bought by some British football teams. And so like the football players are practicing with this helmet, like they're really playing football. And they already showed like some great results, and they proved that actually it helps to train the players. So I'm actually very excited to go and see what's happening there. Student life team, just like to know that we're part of Tel Aviv University, and definitely we have, I'm actually happy to take care of our students. We know that you're coming from different places, and there are madrihim, they're kind of like the guides here. They are in the campus, which is like a 1.5 minute walk from here. And you definitely have their phone numbers in case of emergency 24/7. So you wouldn't be lost. So it's not just us, but actually the whole Tower University team is taking care of you. So definitely they will help you in housing, in all the medical issues, some additional social cultural activities. I think our students probably using this class because we keep them pretty busy with our things, but in case like you need something, they're there to help you for sure. And they're super nice people. They're all Tower students, so they can help. Process of application, it's pretty easy. I don't know, maybe it's now time to call for Conrad and ask like how easy or not easy was the application process, because he just like, actually, he just became the part of MBA community. Conrad, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, so sorry, like that was like spontaneous, but I just like think it's boring to listen to me so much time. So maybe you can just like tell about your experience with application.
Well, it's the website is a little complex.
Agree, and you should know about it. Yeah.
Yes, but once you get your head around it, I think it's relatively straightforward. I think as is very typical for an overseas university, we don't have this in Australia but you need references. So, and I actually thought you get a reference from, get them to write something, but no, it actually has to be a specific form that Tel Aviv University wants. So just bear in mind, and that took me a little while to work out. And then, and then get your documents together, I suppose. But look, it was relatively straightforward, and Lena and Jackie have both been amazing help. So if you get stuck anywhere, just ask. Like with my university in Australia, they don't issue paper transcripts anymore. Everything is electronic, and the university said they wanted hard copies. So the guys have been great with sort of bridging that a little bit. Just sometimes there's sticking points. But yeah, look, it was fairly easy. Managed to complete it relatively quickly. Yeah. So, and again, thank you for all your help. It's been amazing. I'm really happy.
Didn't expect this, but yeah, thank you for sharing. Yeah, so basically all the application is online, so you just need to register there, create your profile, and it is complicated but pretty intuitive. So it tells you what documents you should upload, and at any moment you can get in touch with me by email. We can, I don't know, schedule a Zoom call. If somebody is here, like definitely welcome to join me on campus, and I will show you around and maybe review your transcripts and CV beforehand. And Jackie is also here and will be happy to meet and to interview. The deadlines you see, there are some lucky people who managed to apply before the first deadline. The next deadline is the April 14th. We have some scholarships, as I think very important to mention. Everybody who was here and who would apply before the 14th of April, who hasn't applied before, would have like a 3,000 scholarship. So ask me for more details if you want to. And basic requirements. Yeah, so I think there's nothing very specific here. Self-explanatory, I guess. Many people ask about GMAT GRE waivers. They are possible. So again, get in touch with me and I will explain you how and what are the conditions to get those ones. And I think that's it. That's it. So any questions, comments? Did I forget something from the, wait a second. Joe, did I answer your question about placement services or something else?
For me, you mean?
Speak now.
Elena, can you please send us this presentation? It's very helpful.
Sure. Yeah, the presentation, and I promised you, wait, I'll stop sharing now. Yeah, the presentation, and Juliana, you have a question. Go ahead.
Yes, I have a question. Good morning, everyone. I really like the presentation, Lena. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys, Lena and Jackie. And I was wondering throughout the presentation, because you talked about the accelerator part, right? Mm-hmm. And I was very curious, because I imagine there would be a lot of students and like in a group, and then the students had to like get to a conclusion about which a new venture they would want to like form and move on with the problem. So I was really wondering, like, how do you choose the best problem. Like, I don't know if I'm being very clear. And also, like, because TAU is a very big university and is very good on research and innovative things, like, and in technical ways. I was a business student in the past, like I graduated, and I don't really have the technical part, like from I don't know, agriculture problems or other types of problems. So I was always also wondering if you have also this type of new knowledge, if you can also learn with the other faculties on the campus and get this technical knowledge to solve so the spectrum can be bigger, for the problem solving.
Okay, maybe I will take it. Hi,
Sure.
I'm sorry for being late. So first of all, it's a great question. Second, we have a few different approaches in different courses. So this year, for example, we have one course which is called Propel, which is more about ideation and learning how to ideate based on a product market fit approach. And this course, every year they have a theme that they start with. This year it was the future of work. Last year it was healthcare. The year before it was retrash, about trash. Always impact connected. And then the students are actually practicing the idea of ideation and product market fit on a subject that was predefined by the course lectures. So this is one example, okay? So this is more of a kind of not a hackathon, but experiential learning to learn the ideation process. Then we had, this year we were joining 2 hackathons. And again, usually a hackathon is around a problem. Usually there is somebody who come with their problems, and then they build teams around the problems to solve them. So one hackathon that we did this year was together with Cornell Tech and the Technion, which is a technical university in Israel, up in Haifa. And that was around issues that were raised by hospitals around the subject. So they conducted teams that had students from our program, which were more business experts, students from the Technion that were more technology experts, and students from Cornell Tech that came from a process and entrepreneurship point of view. And together in these teams, they were coming up with ideas to solve specific problems. That were presented by a third party. And I will ask, maybe we can also, we have on the 14th in the at noon, I think, we're going on the 13th or the 13th, we're going to have the final presentation of this course. So I'll ask if it's possible for you to join and just to see yourself. I think it will be very exciting. And then we had a similar hackathon like this around water scarcity. I think that's the one that we related it to. And that was with a school in Hong Kong. And again, we had all kinds of companies and organizations that came with their problem, came with their knowledge. So again, this is more of a problem-solving kind of thinking around a problem that somebody else predefined. Then we have the new venture creation course, which was also mentioned, and that's more freestyle. I mean, you come up with an idea, it can be more developed, it can be a fresh idea. Then in class, the students decide which ideas they want to promote and build teams around, and then you promote your idea. So you're not so much into a predefined idea, but you're building your own idea. And then from there, we move to the accelerator, which will happen next semester, which is actually taking the idea that you decided you want to work with all the way through a pitching to a potential investor. And then hopefully you go to the caller competition, which is a startup competition that whoever get seen, get a lot of exposure to the VC industry here in Israel, and might also win some money, a prize. So as for the cooperation with other departments, I think it's absolutely right. I don't know. Unfortunately, we find that it's sometimes easier to cooperate with the Technion than with our own school, but we are still, I don't know, whoever worked in a corporate knows that sometimes it's more difficult, you know, within the family than outside of the family. So this kind of thing. But we are trying every year. And for example, this year in the consulting process, we will probably work together with engineering. And if that will work, so maybe we'll have better grounds of collaboration on other issues as well next year.
Very nice, Jackie. Thank you very much. And I would love to participate if it's possible. I would love to participate in the final pitch that you mentioned.
Okay, so Lena, do you have the emails of? Yeah, we have the emails of everyone.
Oh,
here.
Giovanni already sent most of the documents for the application. So.
Okay, amazing. So I will ask, and if it's okay, this year it's going to be on Zoom. So I will send you a link to the Zoom presentation, and you can join and see, you know, the results.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think Wei wanted to add something, and then we'll have a question from Conrad. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a very good question. But like as I mentioned, we are like the faculty are constantly bringing like guests, and they are all coming from like they are all professionals coming from all kinds of area. And I want to say like definitely be active to contact with them. Because if you are interested in this area, you have to contact with them, and they are like usually they are very helpful and they are very eager to help. So if you have a business idea, you don't have the technical supports, ask the faculty or just go on LinkedIn and see which company you are interested, and maybe ask Jackie to help if she can contact with them or something. Usually they are very helpful.
Thank you, Wei. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think that what Wei just said, it's about the fact that it's a small community and we are connected. So I think that many of the students approached me, and I not 100% success, but we tried very much with our contact in the ecosystem to bring the lectures that they're interested in, the guest lectures, to bring more companies into the fellowship that students are interested in, to connect directly. Because this is the, and I really enjoy hearing Wei about, you know, being to initiate and to approach directly. Because at the end of the day, that's the way to go. You need to be proactive.
Right.
May I ask a question?
Just a second. Just a second. I think like just Conrad wants to ask a question. I'm trying, you know, to be in line. But Shadia, definitely we'll listen to you as well.
Sorry, just a quick one. In terms of practicality, I know the classes begin, what is it, 23rd of October, around that time. What's your suggestion? When should we be in Israel? Like early September, end of September? Like,
I think it depends, like what do you want to do? Like definitely it's better to come and to get acquainted with the country, not for you, but definitely, but for you maybe to visit the family, yeah. And I would actually come here, yeah, in September, because there'll be like holidays. And definitely we will prepare you for these holidays. Like the people who know about Jewish tradition, they know that the Rosh Hashanah, it's going to be the Hebrew New Year, but then in 10 years followed by Yom Kippur, when the whole country just like frozen. And I think it's an amazing time when you can walk anywhere in the street and like there will be no cars, nothing. And it's very traditional. I think it's like one of the most important holidays in Judaism. Definitely people in Tel Aviv not that religious, so it doesn't mean that you have to observe or like you have to follow what's going to happen. But definitely come here and take your time to get used to the environment. Come like on campus. Definitely you will have a guidance book from Tower International, like with good restaurants to visit. with places to go, and just, to feel, it will help you to feel more comfortable. Like, you don't have to, but definitely I would recommend to come a bit earlier. And I think we have a presentation starting on the 19th of October. Yeah, the classes will start on the 23rd, but yeah, we'll be in touch. So like, we're not saying bye at this point.
Yeah. No. In the week before, we are going to have the orientation week. Both Tau International, they have a couple of hours, more details about, things. And we ourselves are going, wow, you hear the birds outside my window? It's amazing. Yeah, so we are going to have an event for the students in the week before the 23rd. We will send you all the details. Part of it will be on campus, part of it will be outside of campus. The purpose of it will be to get you to know each other, and also to know the spirit of this year. So I think that this is a very good, good. I would definitely be for this week. I wouldn't miss this week. Then the following week, the first week, will probably be more about workshops for students that need to get math exemptions. I will not go into it, but math and statistics exemptions. So it will be about that, maybe a few other workshops, and the proper school year will start, or all the courses will start in the following week.
So if we prepare for coming, say, early September, we should be good, because I know there was talk of something happening in August, like preparatory programs, etc. So I just wanted to know, because I might even come in August, because thank you, Lynn, I forgot that holiday in Israel, apartment hunting in September is not a good time. So I'll come in August.
Yeah, apartment hunting is a deal in Israel, and if you're not planning on staying on campus on the dorms, so you need to start early. It's really a fight, and it's hard in Tel Aviv, and it's if you're not there the same day, so the chances of getting the apartment is really low. So I would start looking into that in July also. And Conrad, what we meant by August and July, etc., and maybe it was a little bit confusing. We don't plan on doing anything face-to-face, but we do look at you as part of our community now. And our plan is that during the month to come, we will both invite you to events, information sessions about specific subjects, so you get ready, and maybe also some personal exploration. So by the time you're here, you have even better understanding of what it is that you're trying to get out of it. So that's what we meant.
Great. Excellent. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great. Shara, you had a question?
Yes, thank you. Wei, you were very interesting in speaking about LinkedIn and the companies that you can find there. I just have a question. How can I identify the companies or the firms that are related to the VC firms or the companies that may require us as students in the MBA program?
Are you talking about finding a fellowship or internship or working with them?
Everything, honestly, just how to identify a company out of all the companies in like LinkedIn.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of company. At first I'm just blind test because I really like some information about Israel, but once you kind of notice like which company is better, like maybe in some class some professor will mention some of the company and they will mention that which company is doing great in Israel, and then you can find them on LinkedIn. And another very useful website is Startup Nation. Right, Startup Nation. You can check the website. It's an amazing website. They are sorted all the startup companies in Israel, and you can find over there. It's a very easy navigate website.
Yeah, I would start definitely there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll test the website for you. Start. Yeah, thank you. So if you find any company interesting, you can go on LinkedIn and message them.
Thank you, Wei.
Yeah, no problem.
Mona, do you still have a question, or you just like have your hand raised? No questions? Anyone? More questions, or we're good to go? Okay, anyway, like my email, Jackie's email, Wei also send her LinkedIn profile. Feel free to add us there. And thank you so much for joining us. And Wei, just personal thank you. I really understand that there are so many things now on your plate and all the time, but that's what we really, really admire in our students, that they can manage this balagan. Yeah.
Yes, I'm learning that, but it's
Good.
a very exciting activity. I'm looking forward to see you guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to add me on LinkedIn and message me. I know, like from previous experience, I was confused about the class criteria or something before I came here. So if you have any question about the classes, you're free to ask me.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. Jackie, anything before we leave?
No, just, I'm looking forward to see you here. I think it's this year is very exciting. I'm doing it for the first year. So actually I'm learning and we're planning together. And I see the students this year as they evolve and grow and become much more proactive and initiate so many activities. And they come to us and they ask for the hackathon. The hackathon wasn't planned. It was students' initiative. And the minute they came with that, we organized it, we gave credit for it, and it's happening. The lecture series is again another thing that the students are doing. So I feel how the students are becoming more and more proactive and entrepreneurial as the year, move forward in class, but also outside the class. And I think that this is exactly why it's so meaningful to be here for a year, because these are the kind of things that you can do only when you are, in the place, meeting the people physically, getting the very, personal contact with your cohort. And just the fact that we have 40 students from 22 countries is amazing. I mean, I don't think I saw anything like that before. And the network and the different views and point of views and ideas and cultures that we are experiencing here are just overwhelming to me. So, come join us. It will be great.
Okay. Yeah, everyone have a great day, and looking forward to see you here in October or early.
Thank you, Lena. Thank you,
Thank
Jackie.
you.
Wei
Thank
also.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wei.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you. Bye-bye.
guys. Thank you.